Ben down under in Australia. How are you, mate? How are you, Ben?
G'day, Jeff. I'm pretty fired up, mate. Pretty unhappy with the way it's reported in this country, the tragedy that's occurred in your country, mate. And as it stands, our government is lobbying your government to abandon the Second Amendment. As it stands, all of our talking heads in the media are trying to say that the people who are gun owners who didn't commit the crime are guilty and therefore they should be deprived of their right to firearms. I just find it so sad, mate. I guess that's the only solace we can find. We know those children are up in heaven now, Jeff. I'm not sure that takes away the grief from their parents, of course, but in our heart of hearts, we know that the Lord's looking after them. Mate, you've got a big country there. You've got 350 plus million people. You're going to have 0.00001% of maniacs. We had our guns taken from our people in 1996 with a gun buyback after a tragedy that had occurred with a madman. All the law-abiding gun owners were told to hand in their guns. But now, Jeff, would you believe that there's more illegal firearms in Australia than ever? And the only people that really have unabated access to all these illegal firearms are criminals. It's not a good thing for America to abandon your right to self-defense because bad things happen. Good people shouldn't lose their rights because bad people do things. And I'd just like to impress upon America, it's extremely important for you guys to retain your Second Amendment, not because you want further tragedies like this to occur, which is sort of the mainstream media message. I think nothing could be further from the truth. I think gun owners in America are mostly very responsible people. They understand their guns don't jump off tables and shoot people themselves. And therefore, they understand there's something larger at play here. There's a globalist push to disarm America, and it's pushed heavily here in our media. Jeff, I fear that more of these things will happen, and that allows those opposed to the Second Amendment to make their case. I just hope that you guys remain resolute and understand good guys with guns stop bad guys with guns. And you can't take away guns, mate. Otherwise, you've got to ban water to stop drowning. Doesn't make any sense.
Ben, you're on fire, by the way. Absolutely on fire. Ben, I want to ask you, because you have the undivided attention of the entire audience right now. You're right. Australia essentially did what the liberals here want to do. So they took away the guns. It was a buyback program. Most of the law-abiding gun owners gave back their guns. So it's now pretty much illegal to own a gun in Australia. That was about 25 years ago, give or take. For the audience out there, has that ended violent crime? Has it ended mass shootings? Has it ended gun violence? Or has it only empowered the criminals and disarmed good law-abiding people?
Well, that's why you're the king of Kuhner country, Jeff. That's why you're Boston's bulldozer, mate, because you're speaking 100% facts. Our violent crime spike, particularly home invasions, where we have armed offenders that are quite happy to kick in people's front doors, walk inside and point guns at innocent families because they know the police are minutes away. And they take their time, they do what they need to. All the gangs, they have all the guns they need. The criminals have all the guns they need. They never lost the ability to be able to attain weaponry. The only difference now is the law-abiding can't defend ourselves against them. So yes, there's a direct correlation of disarming the law-abiding, because then the criminals know, hey, it's Christmas. They're out there every day because they know anytime they attack, 99.9% of the time they're going to encounter someone who can't defend themselves. It's a real thing. It actually happens. Don't let it happen to you guys. The answer to 1984 is 1776. God bless you all, Jeff.
That is a great line. Holy mackerel, Ben. You want to talk about dropping the mic. The answer to George Orwell's 1984 is 1776. Ben, buddy, can I use that? Or have you patented that? Can I borrow that from you?
It's all yours, Jeff. It belongs to you guys, mate. The spirit of freedom rings true around the world. Keep the freedom going. You guys have got the torch of liberty. Keep keep it lit, shining bright.
Ben, God bless you. God bless you, mate. Great call. Ben, thank you so much. What a line, huh? The answer to 1984 is 1776. Holy shamoly. Huh? What do I say? Huh? What do I say? Best audience in the business. I mean, here, for everybody listening. So they had an experiment in Australia. They took, remember, the Aussies used to be, they used to love their guns the way we do. They used to have a lot of guns. It was a gun rights culture. And, like us, they were a former colony of Britain. And they gave it all back. The liberals got their way. Did it stop violent crime? Niet. Are murders and homicides skyrocketing? Da, as the Russians would say. Yes. All it did was keep the guns in the hands of the gangbangers and the criminals. And who got the shaft? The poor law-abiding people of Australia who are now at the mercy of these thugs. So why do we want to repeat it here? It's insane.